Hi and welcome. I want to show you another piece of cool tech, which I think will have a significant application to digitizing events. And it's called Bonjoro. You can see it flashing around on your screen in the background. And Bonjoro, I became aware of it during the pandemic, like most of these video things. There was a big rush of launches, but these guys have stayed around, so that's great. And it's a video engagement platform. Now, why do I think it's interesting? Feel like when we run B2B events, there are certain high value attendees that we may want to give a more personalized experience to. These are repeat visitors. These are the people who pay you money to attend, significant money, thousands of pounds for a seat or a group pass of 20,000, what have you, returning visitors or high priority visitors, or people you want to really deeply pull into your event. So let me show you the platform, and then I'll finish off with what I think are some of the primary summary use cases. And by the time you're watching this, if you register for the newsletter, we will have hooked it into Bonjoro, and you'll get a nice welcome message from me or someone in the team just to experience what it's like for a while. If that doesn't happen, we've stopped it and then we've hooked into something else interesting, and you'll get that instead. So when you go into Bonjoro, messages come in. We've tested this, so I'm not going to bore you with the integrations, but there are tons of integrations. So if we go into integrations here, you will see all the integrations for all the key platforms that you would use. HubSpot, I know it integrates with ActiveCampaign. So with ActiveCampaign, you can set up an automation based on the person's profile, and it can trigger a Bonjoro to, for example, your senior conference producer, who can then say, thanks for registering. Here's an update of what we've been working on. Here's some new speakers that are welcome. Come to the event. Much more personalized, right? But all seamless, real-time. You can completely orchestrate it by through workflows. I'm just talking about ActiveCampaign because we know it and that can work. But with others, we've tested it as well. And it connects with Zapier, so you can do all sorts of cool things. But anyway, so message comes in and you can see the people who've signed up. You then hit record, and this won't work because I'm using the camera. So I can't do it. But trust me, you just see an interface in here, you hit record, you record it, and off it goes. And the other cool thing is you can stitch it up with pre-recorded things. So I could say, hey, thank you for signing up to the newsletter. And it then seamlessly loops into another pre-recorded piece where I go, digitizing events is about, so you don't have to record War and Peace every single time. Not that you should, because these should be sharp messages. There's some other really cool features on Bonjoro, which have a different use case. And those are testimonials. So you can now hook this into your socials. You can also hook that into your post-event experience. So event has finished. As someone leaves, they get a request and say, hey, can you do a video testimonial? As we're getting more and more familiar with video, having those hooks sent out in real time is really powerful. Having to wait until you download the file and upload it to something else and it then does it is really not optimal in terms of getting maximum feedback or maximum video testimonials. The other cool thing that I like about Bonjoro is that you can then hook it back into your CRM. So you know who has done the testimony. You can thank them. So it goes a bit into a loop. And for those of you who are saying, oh, I run an event of 10,000 people, I'm not suggesting you do it for 10,000 people. That's a bit crazy. However, there are high value people where you may want to, in your digitized event experience, design in moments of surprise and elevation. And I believe this tool can give it to you. You could even hook it into your sponsors and say, thank you for coming, and we'll see you again next year. Just personalizes the event beyond the 2 days where we're all physically present and starts putting some of that digital magic into the journey and wraps it all around. So there's a really short overview of some of the use cases. Like I said, these videos are designed to show you what I think is cool tech that's applicable for digitizing events. It's not an in-depth product demo. You can find a ton of those on YouTube. Other people can do it. I'm not interested in doing that, but I think this particular platform, I think, has a real use case. And there are others, but I found what the guys at Bonjoro are doing is really interesting.